This is a party video.
AEW is going to make our debut in London, England, Sunday, August 27th, for the first ever AEW All In.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Chase, and today we're talking about All In ticket sales, because this is Friday that I'm recording this, and this is the day that All In tickets went on sale to the general public. And we are going to crack some wine to celebrate while we talk about everything that's happened. I've got my party dress on. Let's have a good time. Now, firstly, we have to note that I don't know what this is going to look like on camera, but this is a glass of rosé wine, not red wine. So if you see me at All In and you want to buy me a drink, I'll have a rosé. Thank you. But why are we celebrating the All In ticket sales? You might wonder. Is it because I'm a massive AEW shill? No, it's not. I'm celebrating the All In ticket sales because this is huge for UK wrestling fans. We are getting a wrestling show at Wembley Stadium. How long have we wanted something that massive to come over here to this side of the pond? And we're going to get into just how big this event is going to be. But for now, cheers everyone, because All In is a fucking success, even if they never sell another ticket. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, there were a lot of pre-sales going on. The first pre-sale happened on Tuesday. That was the 2nd of May. After that, we got a tweet from Tony Khan saying today is one of the best days in AEW history, thanking all the amazing fans for buying tickets. And he said that there were 36,000 sold. And that was just in that pre-sale. And that has made AEW £3.8 million or $4.7 million. Then we get to the next day, Wednesday. And that's when there was another pre-sale. So Tony tweeted then that they had sold over 43,000 tickets for over £4.5 million, $5.7 million. And this is all before the general on sale had even begun. And then we'll go to Thursday, the day before the general on sale. Tony tweeted that 50,000 tickets had been sold for £5.2 million, $6.5 million. So that's where we were at before the general on sale started. So full disclosure, I've not bought a ticket because I have had a media ticket for every AEW event I've ever attended, and I think I've attended nearly 25 events now. So anyway, I'm just going to be crossing my fingers that I'm on some sort of list and can get in. So I wasn't in the process of buying, but I was reading everything on Tuesday. On Wednesday, you know, people were having their usual troubles with Ticketmaster. Of course, there was at one point I saw someone say that there were 16,000 people in front of him in the queue, which is absolutely freaking crazy. But, you know, Ticketmaster is going to Ticketmaster. There's a load of problems with Ticketmaster. I think no one knows it better than Swifties. I'm not a Swiftie, but I've watched many videos on that situation. So, you know, there's always going to be problems with Ticketmaster. But I did start to see a lot of people say that they'd gotten their tickets. A lot of people I know that I was really happy for that were able to get the tickets they want. So that's absolutely amazing. But let's get to today, the day that I'm filming it. That was the Friday when it was the general on sale. So people were monitoring the numbers, and I have to shout out to WrestleTix on Twitter, who are always great for those kind of things, keeping track of numbers and whatever. But I think the first kind of proper confirmation of the numbers that they had sold came when Chris Jericho tweeted. He tweeted, I almost feel like this should be sung. They said we couldn't do it, and here we are at 60,000 tickets sold today on the first day of general seats. AEW has created a monster, and then a bit of a threat here. He said, I plan to lead the charge. See you in August. So Jericho tweeted that, and then about an hour later, we had a tweet from the man himself, Tony Khan. Thanks to the amazing support from our fans, AEW All In London has sold 60,000 tickets for £6.1 million or $7 million. This is one of the greatest success stories in wrestling history. There are still great seats that are on sale now. So that's just incredible. 60,000 tickets sold. And remember, we are still like ages away from the show. It's in August. We're in May. So you never know how many more tickets they're going to shift. Like, I don't want to give a number that I think is going to be the number that like the eventual gate is, but I think it's going to be like, it's going to keep growing. Remember, we don't even have any matches announced. My friend Phil hasn't even returned to the company yet. Anything could happen to make people buy more tickets. So I think this number is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, in Tony's tweet, he made two statements that I want to look at. Firstly, there are still great seats that are on sale now. And secondly, this is one of the greatest success stories in wrestling history. So let's now look at what like seats are still available for All In. Now, I'm doing this on Friday. I don't know when this is going to be published. Hopefully, like soon after I record it. But if any of my info is wrong, I record it on Friday. But I'm gonna have a little look now, screen record myself, seeing what kind of tickets are available. So I am going on ticketmaster.co.uk for All In London tickets. Okay, so like the lowest price tickets, this is 2 tickets I'm looking for. At the lowest price tickets here, £32.13 each. They are resale tickets. Let me see what the highest price left is. Go all prices. I'm gonna go like way up to, so it was 1,500 that their like front row ones were. Okay, so there's VIP packages that are £2,560 each, inner ringside seating. So the best seats on offer at Ticketmaster are these official platinum tickets that are £2,560. Wow. They are section AA, section DD, section EE. And then there's still ones like on the ringside area. These are all like around £1,000. Wow. And then when you go to select tickets on map, you can see that there really ain't much left. It's absolutely crazy. So I think Tony's right in saying that there are still good tickets left, but there's really like not that many. It's really a question of, you know, if you want to go to this show, I would absolutely buy the tickets now. So it doesn't seem that many scalpers got a hold of tickets, which is good, and that was probably down to like the number of pre-sales that were going on, and how many tickets were sold during the pre-sale, like just kept the scalpers out. Now, the other thing that Tony said is that this is one of the greatest success stories in wrestling history. So let's take a look at how this is going to compare to any other major show that we've seen. Brandon Thurston from WrestleNomics, he tweeted, with the exception of the WCW New Japan North Korea show citizens were ordered to go to in 1995, All In will likely be the biggest non-WWE crowd for a wrestling show anywhere in over 60 years. Legit Tokyo Dome numbers are all under 60,000, I believe. Now, in the Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer did go over some of the numbers here. He said it will likely break the record for the largest non-WrestleMania first day ticket sales that was set for the 1992 SummerSlam event at the old Wembley Stadium, which was 55,000, and it will likely beat the total paid attendance WWE got for Clash of the Castle last year on the first day of general public sales, which is a big shocker. So the total paid attendance for each night of WrestleMania this year was about 60,000, and this year's WrestleMania in Los Angeles, they did about 45,000 after the first day of general public sales. He added that this will almost surely break the all-time record for the largest non-WWE gate in history. That was 7 million for the 1998 Antonio Inoki retirement show at the Tokyo Dome. So I guess if Tony's saying 7 million, it's already beat that. And he also had the numbers for Clash of the Castle. So that was 53,999 paid. So they've already beaten that with a gate of 8.1 million. So it is worth noting how much higher priced the Clash of the Castle tickets were. And I thought the AEW ones were so reasonably priced. I thought it was so smart of them to reasonably price their tickets so that more people who maybe didn't even really know that much about AEW would be encouraged to go. So AEW has right now already tripled the most tickets they've ever sold for a show. And that was 18,300 tickets. That was the actual number for the show at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. The first one in 2000. 21, and they've already done 5.7 times as much revenue as the company's prior record of 1.145 million at the Double or Nothing 2022 show in Las Vegas. So Dave's number for the Wembley Stadium SummerSlam 1992 show, everyone disputes this. His number is 79,127 in the building, 78,927 paid, for a gate of 2.2 million. But if you want a really incredible way to put this into perspective, what they've done already for All In is bigger than the TNA, ECW, and Ring of Honor's biggest ever shows all put together. So that is wild. And just some quick notes and other things. No, we still don't know how we can watch this show if you don't get out there. We still don't know what it's going to be on. I still think it's going to be on like HBO Max, something like that. I think it's going to be, you know, a TV special / streaming special. I don't think it's going to be a pay-per-view. Over here in the UK, I think they're going to get an ITV airing on one of the ITV channels or ITVX. They have been promoting it in the UK. There were ads in like the Metro, and you don't really see any promotion for AEW in the UK except them airing ads, you know, on ITV saying that Dynamite is on ITV2. But now they're like ramping up that publicity in the UK. It's actually even more incredible that they sold so many tickets, given like how little, you know, actual real like presence they have over here. Like all the hardcore wrestling fans are into it, but you know what I mean, like they're not being advertised. You're not seeing like people from AEW on TV the way you sometimes see people from WWE. I expect that to be ramped up, but I think the show will probably air on ITV and then and HBO Max in the UK. Other things to note, a little bit of an update on the All Out situation. Apparently it is definitely happening the next week. That's according to Mega, the lawyer, who said that on a podcast kind of nonchalantly, so it wasn't like a big announcement or anything. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they manage to book two shows, you know, at once, like two shows that are coming within a week of each other. That's going to be pretty wild. We still haven't got confirmation on what RevPro are doing, but they are running the Saturday, and Will Ospreay said it's going to be huge. So I'm really excited to know what that is. But another thing that I want to note is like there is a rumor going around. I might have been started by Eve Wrestling that AEW are going to run something on the Saturday. I don't know anything about that. Whether that would be like the taping of their new show Collision, whether that would be like actually AEW or maybe Ring of Honor or someone else, I don't know. I do kind of think like that would be a mistake. I get that they have to do Collision. If I was them, I would tape Collision after a Dynamite that week, because I just think that this show at Wembley should be like their actual debut in the UK. Like save it all for this Wembley show. Don't run like a smaller venue the day before, you know, don't do Dynamite here, whatever. Just put it all into like Wembley being like their big debut. Because I think sometimes, you know, as someone that's been over to a lot of the AEW pay-per-views, I do think you like lose a little bit when you do the rampages, you know, the night before and stuff like that. I think the big show should be the first show, the statement show. If I was Tony Khan, I would just do that. So anyway, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed me having a little chat with you and celebrating the success of All In. And this is something that all wrestling fans in the UK should celebrate, because a lot of the time it's us being hardcore nerds that keeps these companies going, because God knows we helped WWE in the 90s, and God knows we held up TNA for a very long time. Now, if you have any questions you would like me to answer in my next video about All In, which should be coming not that long after this, then please let me know, even if it's about stuff like accommodation. I used to live in London up until last year, so I know everything about it. One tip I'll just give you now for free. I wouldn't care too much about where you're staying and how close it is to Wembley, because transport in London is really, really good. And I've gone to shows in Wembley, I've gone to shows all over, and I've never once, you know, worried about how I was going to get home. I lived in North London. I didn't live anywhere near Wembley. You can always get home in London, so I wouldn't stress too much about the location of your hotel or whatever if you're traveling in. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions you'd like me to answer. But anyway, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, a big cheers to AEW, to all the UK wrestling fans. All In is going to be amazing. There's 60,000 of us going already. Let's see how many more we can get before August. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.